What are your plans and how are you celebrating the Valentine's Day with your family, friends, and your love? Becca Solutions, in collaboration with Sammy Flex TV, has done it again. It is the Vows Day special in Dubai with Sammy Flex. Coming this 9 to 16th of February 2023. Miniaba, with a lot of experience on the desert safari, Dubai Free, Atlantic's Water Park, Dubai City Tour, party in the club, and the yacht party. Now for you, yes, also the romantic dinner party. So package winning yeah, 13,000 Ghana cedis. So person new will be each dime back one. Nasa one kwana person would die at 14,500 Ghana cedi. Pick your phone, call us and book us now on 0243 514 732 or +971 559 494 061. Habibi, have fun with love.
Stop, spend. Hello people, now Tap Send is finally in New York. You thought we are not coming there. We are in your place. So what you have to do is to make sure you send money to Ghana. If you're in New York, families and friends in Ghana are waiting for you. Don't send it. All you have to do is to put in your information, sign up on the App Store or Google Play Store, and then you tap and send. New York, we are live and in charge, no excuse. So make sure now you use Tap Send to send all the money you want to send to the families in Ghana. You know what I mean? Tap Send. It's secure, it's fast, and it's convenient. Open day. Did I mention my name? My name is Calabos. The only boss. Wait, what then?
Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
We are in the peak season of events, especially in Ghana. We are in the peak season of events. From now till about, say, January like 5th or January like 10th, there will be events back and forth, events here and there. And as showbiz people, one of the things we can do is to make sure, say, we are going into these events to find out whether they are doing well or they are doing bad. So today, my producers have lined up just the weekend, though, just the past weekend, let's say Friday, Saturday, and maybe Sunday. Just the past weekend, the number of events are a course. We are going to review some of them, see the good and bad from these events. That way, yeah, they are really into the following week. The Christmas weekend. So some of the events we've captured here, many of them though, so many of them, but we'll sure be looking at how they are doing. First, let's go to Qatar. Stonebwoy, one of our own, performed in Qatar. That is the Fan Fest, and he also gave us some wonderful performance. If you're a Ghanaian and you watch that video, you should be very proud of yourself. All right, so this was Far Away in Qatar, Doha, on 16th December, Friday, when Stonebwoy gave us this wonderful performance. And once again, like I'm saying, he made Ghana proud. Still reviewing some of the events. Now let's move on to Osino. Shatawale also performed, and we have videos because Sammy Flex, I was there, Roland Amati was also there in their capacity as entertainment journalist, monitoring some of these events, and we were there for CTV, we were there for Sammy Flex TV as well. So let's go check the performance from Osino. The people in Osino really had fun with the dancehall king. Watch this, I'll be back. So far, so very good. Oma timaya event ning na me boma baso. Oma ya de. Na ye ko event no. Sign na ihu no. Ye ni giye. Sika ye tua say e kwako have fun. Did we get our money's worth? Ye ntuampo a call there na ye free concert and a carnival type of shows no. I was not saying how safe were the patrons So we are looking at all angles from security, sound quality, stage setting, venue selection, the kind of show I'm for them. How was it like? I'm going to my panel members to get knowledge and information from them. And whilst you're also watching, feel free. Ebia ko baby na me ni ho mantimi ankoni na. Em say among shows I boy ni na me ko be 3 bi pe e wo mu. Me nipa ba ko pe mintimi ankoni na. But to do what me ko no, my ni hu komo. Let me start with Kojo King. Kojo, let's review the events. So far, event I abobo nyina no. E ko say ma the wate the wo and the observation I was making on. Let's talk.
So far, so good. Event I'm attending report. Chese, Ekoye, and Yababo Ghana to Faba to say, one man put on with me organize your event because I had there. Yadi hum koma say, I didn't know who said, Omo organize your event. Yes, we know what it takes to put up a show. Production, logistics, it cost. But it is something fruitful. Because many artists or more organization event at the end of the day, be able to make good money out of it.
Okay. And
also, more from who so to project their brand and also entertain their fans within their locality. Ni na ne purpose a serving. So far, event Raskuku, Pom Fest, that is the first, right?
No.
And now I be that.
Why be that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think this will be the second.
This should be the second. Yeah. And I think say a year part because crowd are there or easy. A lot of people went there. And
because let me add this: the beauty of artists no shows the beauty in that thing is they are taking dominion over the area.
Yes.
It ever say Raskuku a Pom Fest. Untimi nya artists do be ma make sense she be. And almost all the artists of Muye shows from communities here now. So big ups, you guys are taking dominion.
Yeah.
Remember I said earlier, I think some weeks ago, Mr. Drew and so yeah, Sele concert. Oh Malang Barry Hossa. So Raskuku did our background and it looks so beautiful.
Yeah. It's as you rightly said, no. Yes. Oh yeah, because some be name come also say start a build your fan base now. You start within your hood. And I say, well, be our base, go for no boachi.
Yes.
Almost two jana, na a treco
fire.
The other part of it. Because I bear one say, also, yeah, guy, now if you do area, na one crew, we are my fans. So I say, it's a be and it seems almost A, B, C artists, Let's say A and B for Obiawo, a concert for the community.
Yeah. The
likes of Sarkodemo, Sammy, Someboy, approve Ama Ababaye, a norm. Every year be our so seeing the likes of Sele, any poor Abekano idea, air cost reaper. Ye shaman phones who cries almost so, baby. Now, for their community to stamp their grounds over there, then. Or they call other part of it. Okay. On poem dieno. I didn't say I done a event and a stage, so I so crowded sir.
Saturday had drink.
Hey, we are see phone in so.
Saturday had drink with events in Ghana. Oh, and especially when it has to do with reggae dance hall for I had time.
So
many people on the stage.
No, I think it is.
Let me comment Kofi Kinata.
Yes.
Kofi Kinata made in Tadi. I swear you won't see anybody on it.
Yeah.
I've been to that show like 3 or 4 times. The stage is one of the biggest stages you can ever have. But apart from an MC, be performing and the photographer be and the videographer be you will never see any soul on that stage.
Yeah.
I don't know why people
I think it's very unprofessional because Obaka say obi din so be breo obi be but if it's about security, we should know how to set our barricades and position people well because yes, some optics no o person onya sponsors and so onya bibia who should to adea catchy. We have to grow beyond just we are organizing events and look at how we event near after the event and come because some of these videos you can also make money from streaming platforms.
Yeah.
It is a trying to nipa be bridge na so o to ni kwa no bia be ka sem agu asom although you need scared but do ba bia yema ne yema nye professionals o compare a sharp contrast to that of Jackie's stager which means a very clean artist ni jina o say artist ni the surroundings no bia jina o to say dey na yehu o puomu honom no we have to check that aside that the numbers in there so far obia pulling numbers no and that is usual and typical of Christmas shows because people want to party Christmas people want to party especially when you free event a lot of people will come there and support you so far you call yes Stone Boy and so Accra yeah that was a spectacle you know Stone Boy has gradually built something for himself when it comes to international platforms. And we all saw when he started with collaborations, making collaboration with some widely known artists all over the world. And it was a step, no both festivals near that day. And so I'm not surprised with Minya crowd and also that platform to perform because
and the reception.
Exactly because Obi a person recommending artists maybe from Ghana. Yes, Stone Boy will come to play because we build and yes, Hunana or could do or start free baby and or their could do and it shows crowd also no minimum and Ghana for also call or the Ghana for also call Honoma almost some cowboy gene so and the response was so massive. So kudos to Stone Boy on that side too. Yes, manifest and also and then it's on the third year and answer the second year.
Yeah, I think
for manifestivity
between
3 and 4. Yeah, and also you're born about so and you're easy to organize and the consistency. Say be a first year, second year. I want to believe they do baby a common qua. I gave you omega saying to each other. But share legacy to our personal body and how to also entertain people and also to keep the relevance now. Let's say Obomodia PBB and the money happen. And for third time or the fourth time now, or you know, I think that was also a paid for event. And then looking at the numbers over there, no, it was great. You call Jackie events, you know, one of a kind. I think so far. Jackie's.
I've seen people saying that already.
The sound. The sound. We already we are artists need pay on one kasa on the costume. Charlie. Jackie there, she's blessed.
But I think in terms of presentation, the difference near say Jackie there no. The organizers no more presentation.
Optics no.
And the organizers no more editing. I work on the sound, nothing for edit.
Look at the stage.
That is why Jackie's presentation looks better.
Yes.
The rest of the videos now actually videos done by people.
Bloggers.
And that's why Jackie's presentation is dope. Jackie in comparison to the rest of the events.
And so back to the conversation. Why is it that your Korea event we are 5 years and Sana one official video from the people? I did tell you where a system will power. Once a work event to be video like professionals or more it will take long. Now, if bloggers in the end, as security or YouTube and Sana finally almost the official video. But then no mass image because of big camera or no channel, you don't control the quality. No be a Chanyama Basayabi. Look at Jackie Modi. Beautiful package, which means show no almost planning a year. And it didn't take long. We almost ended up in a year, weekend. And now we have the material here. TV so you have it. But most of the shows I was even searching. Who search here baby that. Almost train be a phenomenon on Bayaba Crans and Nafi. So Jack thumbs up to Jackie and organizing that event. And it tells you, say, brand now more building, they are not just looking at Ghana, neither Africa. Omu who said Jackie no or Nam Kwanswa or making it stand as a global icon. It be and yes, ye be keke. And so be all over the world no but share Jackie who say this is the artist or a global icon and I love that Samini Samini abaso Samini is proving to us or a legend. And also the way I'll make appearances in some of the events now. It is laudable. Mekai article 1, Jollof and Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Or Baby.
Yeah.
And a year boy na Obiadi or Poom or Jackie or Bia event and Nautica so or Nautica, what I say beer or no a fena or fefe, but ultimately make appearance. A trem say Penfono Esha see BB say almost trim of Frane Bom, a beboa mainano, ye together. So big up to Samini on that level.
Okay.
We are still waiting for other events to happen, and near penny say people will be entertained near a year paid for no sono on binya or musika senia esse nefata. But we always want to see improvements from previous years, especially last year. Oh yeah, as I said this year, no, yetimi who be at me improve from a previous one because we shouldn't just remain on the levels. Okay, as I said, yeah event, okay, name event. You know what is the next level? I the echo. Send you a share amount for also more outside the trade, and even to attract sponsors because say event to say Jackie Moody me sure say all the quarto any company be any na o count some year.
Just that presentation.
Exactly.
You are likely to win some money.
Exactly. O count some year. And that is what that should be the goal. Not just organize it for at least my baby. I don't know. Miss Mayabi keke. No, there should be a plan. There should be a goal. I would achieve. So far, so all the patrons and I mean say basa be a course so baby yet.
No, so far
and meaning that security was also on point. And was from Raskuku, Jackie, Manifest, Stoneboy. And all of them. Shatawale, yes. Osino, Osino, so and also 150. Yes. We say a free show.
That is a free show. Not gate fee 150 cedis. Osino.
Osino. and
Osino graphic.
I'm not talking graphic now. What?
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. So you see. It means they also have the money to spend.
Yeah.
It's what now if say Accra and Kwana, yetimi show as an artist, and you need to rethink.
Yeah.
There's money outskirts in the countryside. No, there is money there. Okay. Work say check your strength over there. Oh yeah, promotion. I don't focus only on Accra because Accra no overly saturated.
Yeah.
And you say, one pet other part of the country and Kahua. A bedroom beer. Overcast, I'm sabotage. So I'm for sabotage. Yeah, my show need be more Accra. Not all two and yeah, the actual other part. And I say, oh, Accra, so now with them because that is all we live for to increase our numbers.
Beautiful breakdown by Kojo King. Which of the events did you attend? Events are reviewing during also what information you want to share with us on WhatsApp. That is the number on the screen right now. Send your messages to the number on the screen now. And on Facebook, whilst we are streaming live, you can also share your message with us there as well. But I mean, Derek said events now are training now, and also the submission on here. Derek.
I think we having events back and forth in the industry. I think it's something you better so in industry because. We always encourage our artists. They say they need to organize their own shows because event organizers know how our things are moving now. So many of them are pulling out from shows.
Okay.
Yeah. For instance, we were Daniel there, that postponing. Friend is saying, risky the we have wider land so there are so many occurrences in the industry. At times, it's about time the artists know who say event organizers at a point in time can disappoint.
Exactly.
That's not where they need to feed on so much, but they need to create their own shows annually. A bit me affect something. You don't actually depend on event organizers. but you have to go ahead to do whatever you are doing. I think say review, with Stoneboy Ewo Kata. I think say it's one of the best things to happen into the Ghana music industry because we represented at the World Cup. And yet again we have an act from Ghana also there representing Ghana. That tells you how Ghana is being recognized when it comes to football and the music. And then he sold Ghana very well. Because looking at how people were jeering him, the fans were jeering Stoneboy. I always say this, when it comes to music in Africa, Ghana, you cannot underrate Ghana when it comes to music in Africa. From 1, 2, 3, Ghana needs to be there. Oh yeah.
Nigeria for not be that number one, but still.
But still, that number one, but still, you will never be other. And this one tells it all because Davido, I think, was performing, and then we have Stoneboy too performing. That tells you how we are going head to head with the Nigerians when it comes to music in Africa. So I think it's a milestone for Ghana music industry. Something we need to encourage more. Yeah, Poem Fest. I think one of the shows a course within the weekend a crowd be a G up on me Poem Fest. I think Raskuku is doing marvelously when it's come to his show Poem Fest. And then the domain community have came to accept him very well. Until any time he man the stage, especially the Saman Poem time in a woman.
Poem Festival.
Yeah, the Saman Poem.
The numbers were good.
Encouraging numbers. Look at the way you are waving your hands.
It's just like the one that he organized, I think, right after COVID or so. Yeah, that one was also huge.
So, Brass, I mean, I think with Raskuku and then Poem Fest, we need to encourage him to do it more, and then we need to also call for sponsors to be on the show, because at times when artists are organizing their own shows, they use their own funds. But when you have stakeholders, corporate entities coming on board, it will expand their territories so they can do more. Because for instance, there were so many artists on bail to perform, and you cannot just leave them to go just like that. At least what you say, these are certain things. I think the stakeholders need to come inside. They shouldn't leave the artists alone to do their own thing, because we can't always depend on event organizers. This is an encouragement. We are hoping it will went well. And then let's look at Nauticus Temahabo. I think it's also another great show that patrons were really happy about how the show went.
And also, really the first time.
And the first time
he's been doing. If I'm not scared, I'll be third and fourth and BB.
Ogusoko, which I think one or the other, no, we need to encourage them to do more. One show that I really had much interest is Satawale Osino show. When I heard Satawale was going to Osino, I asked myself, why is he going to perform? Because Osino is my hometown. I know the spaces. So for once, for once, I was thinking the numbers that Awali can pull. That was my question.
But when was the last time I was,
Oh, not long ago, about 1 month or 2 months.
Because you be a fresh hotel view.
That's what I'm hearing. Say, in the show. But for once, when I heard he was going to Sino, I asked myself, if I'm not perform, was the numbers that Awali can pull. The whole Sino no create me cover who. So that was my question.
And the numbers they were great.
Yes. So I was happy when I heard it was very successful, and that's what we're saying. There's a new hotel joint over there of performing it, which was classic. I think Shatawale has been a blessing to our music industry from day one of free hibernation. We've seen the muscles he's pulling in our music industry, and wherever he stands a chance of getting the numbers. And I can say boldly say Shatawale is the build artist, the most build artist this December or this festive season. When I say this, people don't accept, but that's the real fact.
Shatawale is the most build artist.
This December.
Fact,
fact. Say or the fly about bon tell me yehu.
No, I have one for the fly.
Yeah, how the am I not just only fact. Oh yeah. No. We are trying to prove something here.
One Stoneboy flyer.
Me who Stoneboy flyer.
Stoneboy shows.
And if the flyer is out, fine. That shows facts and figures. But if you have your flyer in your docket, is it fact? Stay in your docket and enjoy yourself. But this shows how Shatawale has been great or better still doing whatever Ghana music industry needs. And it's an asset we need to hold with high esteem. Let's look at Manifestivity at the Buko Mostin Arena, another great show. We know how Manifest can deliver when it comes to performances and stuff like that. And I think Sammy also raising the occasion is another plus to the show.
Okay.
Yes, and we have all these people putting things together. I think one thing we need to encourage most is artists helping each other.
Okay.
Like the way Sammy did.
Roland's your friend in Noboa.
And Noboa. The way Sammy did, jumping from one program, one event to the other. It shows how he's showing love to the upcoming ones, for better still those who are already in the system. Okay. That is the way we are supposed to go. Let's look at Obrafo and Miss Bell show, which Roland took the fame out of it, because they are doing their show, and look at what you are doing. So you see, I think that's also another plus to our industry. But one thing, one thing I detect is Obrafo has been somebody whose performance is always below the bar. He has not shown himself to the crowd most of the time. What do you mean? What do I mean? Obrafo doesn't perform. And that's the reality. And to trainer church defense. What's Obrafo show hiding? The performance hiding. His performance is not always on top notch. Where top notch means what? At the higher level. When he mounts the stage. And high level is what? What is high level? Yeah, when he mounts the stage, the performance we are expecting, he doesn't deliver. That's what Obrafo for.
Which show can you give reference?
Oh, his own show. He had a show at Taifa. I think last 2 or 3 years. He had a show at Taifa. Yes, and I went there, and then the performance wasn't that performance I was expecting. If Obrafo show, now we expect to say, Obeshu send a Shatawale Mushu now. Then one, you are not being fair to him. You'll be disappointed. Because you'll be disappointed because one, look at his age, and there number one. Number two, look at the kind of songs he does. Share a braff on your ma otaye. And yes, Obi a juju kekente also the school juju bi. Yen you called the show last Sunday Oliver Twist one. They perform it to a live band. And Osha act, you know, very classy. Good band. Good backing vocalist, Chain Newman, and one other lady. Very fantastic performance. Anyway, now I can say it was below average and now below par hour. I really don't get what you mean. Can't do that. Brass, I mean, maybe or probably we have something you call a stagecraft. When you're on the stage, you have to perform to your audience satisfaction. So the moment some of your audience leave the stage or the program without their satisfaction, that means you did not perform to the level they were expecting you to perform, and that's what Obrafo is known for. Are you Obrafo's fan? I'm a fan of Obrafo, a real fan of Obrafo. Because Unim, and let me say this. Maybe I didn't want to say it, but because of the anonymity, let me say it. Last Saturday at the Oliver Twist Shack, I was really impressed with Obrafo's act, and you know why? All this while, me and my saw Obrafo are important to me now. And I'm being blunt here. Now I'm person me can buy, but they funny to know. Or say me share. All this one I'm got matese wayare. Into all this one I'm feeling so on timpo end than anything. But on the day I saw Obrafo rapping all his lines. I saw him dancing, and I was so surprised. I got it all wrong. I thought Obrafo was not strong. But man was dancing, and about an hour performance, he was very active throughout. Then we saw a couple show before Labadi. Or show from Labadi no Sambe Bo Hadiano. I show the crowd or sound saying no jai performance. No, they had issues with their sound on stage and the manager. So, but they are all concerned the performance. That's musically, Obrafo is not a performer. How many times do you see Obrafo on stage performing? And if you how do you enjoy his performance on stage? Musically, Obrafo is not a performer. That's what we've known him for. Ever since he started music, how many performances Obrafo have done? He lacks performing abilities. That's what we need to look at. And he's now learning. I'm telling you honestly. He's learning. Yes. At this level of career? Yes. How many shows do you see Obrafo on it built to perform?
Obrafo, the starting one.
No, he's now learning how to perform on stage. No,
the recent event.
Yes.
The recent event.
No.
Now,
Satam, just stage is so, and the performance the same. Performance the same.
Nana waha.
Oh.
Now Accra.
Nana, you're back at So naturally, I think with Obrafo and the Misbel, some old lady and then old man coming together to give us a show. So we accept it with good faith.
That's unfair comment.
Oh, that's I mean, how do you remember unfair?
Miss Bell is not old.
That's I mean,
Miss Bell is not old.
that's I mean, she's not old.
No. You can say songs from the past, but don't say old lady.
That's I mean now.
Is Miss Bell old?
That's I mean, she's old. 40 plus. She's old.
40 plus.
Musically, she's old. So 40 plus, she's old.
That's
I mean, AMG, we know what they can do. Yeah, because with the squad around them, we know what exactly they can do. So for them to put out such a show, I think it's within their means. And then they nailed it. Let's look at Jackie. Very classy. Yeah, Jackie shows very classy.
Yeah.
The stage, the performances, everybody, the way everybody tried to mingle with each other on stage, the way the performances went. I think one of the most successful events over the weekend was Jackie's show, which we congratulate her on that. And maturely, Jackie is becoming that artist we want her to become.
Okay.
Because we are not building the brand for Ghana only. We are building it for Africa and then the world at large. And then with her maturity in music, I think if she continues like this, we definitely have an asset to portray to the world.
Okay.
So I would say congratulations to every show that came up over the weekend.
Okay.
We need more of such from all our artists. Those who are also preparing to host their own show, we wish them good, and then we wish them they should do more to project the Ghana music industry. And as I said earlier on, we are pleading with investors.
Okay.
Stakeholders
Okay.
to invest into such shows.
Okay.
They shouldn't do it alone on their own.
Okay.
At least when they have sponsors on it, I think they can even do it every 6 months. Not a yearly show, but 6 months, they can.
Okay.
So I think congratulations to every show that went on during the weekend.
Okay, thank you so much, Derek Money Everywhere. He's an entertainment journalist. He writes for E-News GH here in Ghana, a website known for its entertainment value. Ro, yes, your event in Onayere.
That's I mean. I'm on my event over the weekend. We will congratulate them.
Okay.
In fact, in a space that a man for will be checking out. It's me able now still I'm in the midst of all this survival mode and it's me fully offer. We need to commend them. Stone Boy's performance in Qatar. There are some artists in Ghana. I was saying boy mineral resources now. Yes, and Stone Boy has proven to be one of them. In fact, when you even look at stage now, this is what I call when preparation meets opportunity. In fact, Stone Boy has trained himself so well with international collaborations, exposure, performances on huge stages, enviable stages, and as soon as opportunity we meet this is somebody that is so much prepared for it. And of course, when we all saw the performance that man delivered on stage, like he really represented the country very, very well, and I for one was so proud. AMG Connect concert was also a blast. I think I am very impressed with the crowd, even at the maiden edition, and I like the fact that they were able to at least build that name. Yes, we know AMG, the AMG brand has been there. It has been some kind of a movement, but I like the fact that they've been able to go beyond the talkabilities and the music to also solidify the brand with also an event. So now, as part of our event, on our events calendar, now people, if when they are looking out for some event, people would now be asking, what will the AMG Connect concert be coming on? Because the last time we hear something that is connected to AMG in terms of event was medical show that he did at Kwashima. And the aftermath of it, I think, has discouraged him to host another edition. So seeing this was a delight to me. Raskuku, I will congratulate Raskuku, and I would say I'm very impressed. In fact, I have witnessed a previous edition of his poem concert before, and I was there. In fact, this crowd now was almost similar, if not better than the previous one. And I must say I am impressed, especially with the stage setup. In fact, this shows that the people are learning,
they are improving,
and they've improved. In fact, the screens, the first one I'm questioning in that screen this stage in as well. But this time they are able to give like oh yes, yes. Oh, it shows growth, and if it happens like that, if they do something that needs commendation, yes, we need to do that, which is why I would commend them. In fact, Osha performances now, it was very beautiful and all that. Blast from the past, Miss Bell and Obrafo. I like the nostalgic performances that they brought on the night. In fact, it was indeed a blast from the past. I think they chose the right name for the concert, and the two performers delivered just perfectly. My only reservation about their performance was Miss Bell. At a point, I wish that she was not connected to the performance. And now can be expected to say it is either I don't know if it is the size of the stage or maybe set up in Intiana, and now say that is how she wanted to present her performance. But at the point I felt she was so far away from performance, as in to the extent where Timiko Jam baby, and she leaves the stage for only the dancers for them to display and catch their attention. Until moving forward, maybe she can mix, if she has the opportunity to even do live crowd, maybe she can mix the live with the playback. Because I believe yes, there are some songs that you won't say live yet, but there are some songs that when what they call live, and Miss Bell has those kind of songs that I believe Anka or Bono say na yetena, Anka that energy would be there. Other than that, it was a very fantastic performance. Nauticus show top notch. There's not much to be said about it because I am actually impressed. The caliber of artists or the fact that I don't want to say Nautica is not well known, but compared to other artists, I think I like the consistency or the ashes which is very, very impressive. Jackie top notch has improved. In fact, this is the time that people need to take a second look at Jackie whenever she's on stage. I think so far, or starting the performances, some people had their own reservations, and for her to go this tangent, especially with the whole event, the production and everything, and even the presentation, was top notch. Manifest the consistency. Wow, I know the last edition of the call, a different place, and the outcome wasn't like this. But this time he's brought it back to the place now. Onya huge response, which is the Bukum Boxing Arena, and that's very beautiful. Shatawale Inosino. In fact,
okay, you say manifest or the call, also the free baby.
No, or Bukum Boxing Arena, and he moved. The last edition was not at the Bukum Boxing Arena. No,
the recent one, the last edition.
It
was in Medina.
Yes.
But this one, he went to Bukum
Arena.
No. He has a Medina concert and he has the Bukum Boxing Arena.
So last year manifestivities.
No, he did it at the Bukum Boxing Arena.
Well, maybe I didn't keep track. But this time, when looking at even comparing
starting manifestivities
yes, Bukum Boxing Arena, that I know to the extent that we're even Medina to the world, even outside. Outside.
Medina,
well, probably. So looking at this, I think so far the manifestivities has become a household event for him. For on me assure says he not being a stronghold and the cash cow also. Shatawale Inosino, in fact, they wanted a show, and man gave them a show. I enjoyed every bit of it. I was there, and in fact, it was the whole thing. Now looking at, yes, there were flaws in terms of organization and all that, but I think when you give the people excitement, sometimes it tends to even override some of the flaws and the weaknesses even on the night. And man, really, in fact, I was surprised the kind of performance Oputia. Some people would think, hey, Osino. First of all, has to do with the fact that if they are able, can they afford the artist in question? The second one has to do with, do they have the logistics, the provisions to also maintain? You see, it is not about just billing the person to come, but putting everything together in terms of accommodation, security, and all these things, just to make sure the person is able to perform and perform well. And amidst all these things, Shatawale was able to climb the stage to the extent of Rupo. In fact, one man is in his elements. That's why and money, yes, and for him to have done that, this shows that he was really enjoying himself on stage. So I was really impressed. I want to touch a bit on the concern Kojo raised about people crowding stages. As in unnecessary people crowding stages, if that's how I should put it. One, I think it has to do with the stage setup. Sometimes the way like the whole event setup, and it may determine whether people are going to crowd the stage or not. So when you look at even stages among foreign crowd here, you see all those people who usually crowd the stage, they are making provisions more. So when it has to do with security, you find security on stage when there is a threat of maybe fan evasion. If a fan can evade the stage, that is when mostly you see security on stage. So mostly, when security was staged and the stage is cleared, it is only the artist and probably the most important people who are supposed to be there at that time. It is because setup is in such a way that even artists be stage in Impona, the security are not found on stage, but are rather situated in some vantage point just to man the stage or keep guard in order to prevent some of these things. That's why we don't see them. The other one has to do with also the environment. The environment also determines whether there are going to be people on stage or not. Events happening at the National Theatre is not the same event happening at, let's say, how do you call it, Nima. That is an open air event. The event happening at Grand Arena is different from whatever even events they see was stadium. You understand? And the environment sometimes depict the caliber of people even there. And to say if your events near events are here charging 5,000, 10,000, hardly would you see people trying to mob the stage. Until most of these people, especially say obi the artist the chimpo no pese oba stage ni sumpua, because events and provisions so much that all these people will have a very most of the times more they will be more free stage with the artist just to have a very good view of the performance. It is a setup near a very good no baby partner. I don't think that to be necessary for them to even follow the artist on stage.
People just want to be there.
Exactly. And you
the organizer.
Some people just want to be there.
You the organizer should make it an effort. So that brings me to my next point. Let's use the Kofi Kinata point for instance. Kofi Kinata show Kojo, he has one of the big stages when it comes to an event or artist nipe the business.
Say outdoor so.
Outdoor, yes. And that's
artist nipe. So on my year frantic effort to business step is on for
and that brings me to my next point that has to do with security and rules and regulations on the type of event. When you say events behind any rules of engagement, there are some events that Stoneboy always go. We know that Stoneboy always go with at least 2 or 3 people. And then there are some 2 people with Stoneboy that anytime he mounts stage you see them. But did we see that on Carter stage? No, because our stage now on the rules and regulations. And when you would have to adhere, especially if the organizers are strict to their word and they wouldn't want to bear it for them. I like the artist support, the consistent artist support I mean so far. And the fact that they are now building clerks even to support them with events. I like the effort they are putting in also to put up their own events like Derek Money said, especially to also touch base with their fans, because it has almost become a norm where some artists even use this as a corporate social responsibility, also to pay, also to give some direct excitement to their fans. It is good, and it's my last point would be understanding of the craft. Now people are beginning to, especially musicians, are beginning to understand that the craft is moving from just being a recording artist to a performing artist. And so if you have the courage to even hold your own event, know that you should practice so well that at least what we will show amount from beje shine in terms of performance. So that's one thing that I am very happy about also. And I would congratulate everybody that made this happen over the weekend.
All right, so Roland Amati sends his congratulations to everyone who raised a stage for a show over the weekend. This will actually be the review here on CTV Class Showbiz.